Let's take a look at formulas using words. Now this sounds quite complicated, but it's actually really easy and most of it's common sense. So don't overthink questions like this. I'm often telling my students that they need to take off their maths hats and put on their common sense hats, because a lot of my students always think that maths is much more complicated than it actually is. So Beth needs a tiler to tile her kitchen. The tiler charges a one-off fee of £80. So that means however long the tiler is doing the job, whether it's 1 second or 2 weeks, he's going to charge that £80 regardless. And he also charges £30 per hour. So Beth's being charged the 80, and she's also going to be charged £30 times 7, which is 210. So 210 plus the 80, she's going to be paying the 290. Again, this next question is quite easy, but very easy to get it wrong. We need to be careful that things like each way. So 2 adults, 3 children is £80 per adult each way. So that means it's 160 return. So it's 2 times the return flight for adults. That's what I mean by the formula using words, return flights for adults. 2 times 160 and 3 times, not 45, because 45 is just the single, so 3 times 90 is £20 each way for a baggage, so that's going to be £40 return. So they've got 3 bags, so that's 3 40s, and they're doing the speedy boarding, which is £10 per flight, so 5 times 10, but there's 2 flights, so that's going to be 10 times 10, which is quite handy, so that's £100 for the speedy boarding. So 2 times 160 is 320, 390s are 270, 3 times 40 is 120, and we've also got the 100. So let's just combine these two straight away. 590 plus 220 comes to 5, 6, 7, 8, a total of £810. This one was probably a bit more complicated. There's quite a few things to factor in, but it's again just being logical, making sure you've understood that it's each way, so singles, not returns, for those prices. This one looks really complicated because we've got a crazy formula with letters in. So it's a third pi r squared h, but we've been told that pi is 3.14. We've been told r is the radius, which is 5, and h is the height, which is 12. Now, a third pi r squared h means a third multiplied by pi r squared means radius times the radius times the height. So all we need to do is just substitute in the numbers. So pi, we've been told, is 3.14, the radius is 5, and the height is 12. So all we need to do is just reach for our calculator and just type it all in. The only thing you might struggle with is the 1/3. What you could do is just 3.14 times 5 times 5 times 12 and just divide it all by 3. Or you could type in, well, 1/3, this line means divide, so you could just do 1 divided by 3 times 3.14 times 5 times 5 times 12. Many ways you can do it, and provided you've typed it into the calculator correctly, you'll get an answer which is 314 cubic centimeters. Again, you probably don't need to worry about the units. They'll probably have that written in already. You just need to substitute in the number, which is 314.